You know what, Marcos? This speaker's not really my cup of tea.
You don't even like tea, Kurt.
You know what, though? I still really recommend them.
What? The Wharfedale Lintons are part of the Heritage series, which are a recreation of their famous models of the past. Wharfedale is now over 85 years old. Have they gotten it right? Let's find out. Welcome back to Hi-Fi. I'm Marcos. This is Kurt. Today we're going to be talking about the new Wharfedale Linton.
These speakers are so widely popular, even you know him too, our friend Noel, who manufactures Skyline stands here locally in Calgary, he purchased a set, and I found out how popular, the craze that these speakers in. I just had to listen to them. It really is not my cup of tea, but I really understand why people like this speaker. I really do appreciate them a lot.
At first glance, the Wharfedale Linton is a three-way speaker featuring an 8-inch woofer, a 5-inch mid-range, and a 1-inch soft cloth dome. Both the woofer and the mid-range are made out of Kevlar. They feature a 90 dB sensitivity, 25 to 200 watt power rating, and a minimum impedance of 3.5 ohms. $2,500, the Lintons are a really well-designed vintage package. You get this really nice speaker with a walnut veneer, and you also get this great solidly built stand that you can fit a whole bunch of records under there or other fun decorations.
Overall, I really think they knocked it out of the park when it kind of giving that vintage look that they were going for. One thing that really stood out to me is the way they when you have the grill on, you can still see that gap. And that takes back to a lot of speakers. They're designed that way. You always, whether it was tannoy or all these different kind of speakers, from back 50 years plus, you'd see that nice little kind of gap and seam on there. Also too as well, what I noticed with this grill is because usually when you have a larger baffle speaker or a wider speaker like that, you hear reflection come off the cabinet. And I've seen this done before. What they did is they cut out this piece of wood, and you can see there's a 45-degree angle that they cut on there, and that will just improve minimizing some of those reflections that you're going to get in the speaker.
I think it actually works!
One of the when they knocked it out of the park too, is that this stand. This stand is amazing. Noel, I know you make stands, but you should have bought it anyways. Having a speaker this size, they really were to add a perfectly matching stand, increasing the overall cosmetics to this speaker.
With the Linton's overall performance, the first thing I noticed was the bass. The extension was really nice and low. They really filled our space. I found with many different genres of music, they kind of handled everything well. Sound staging wise, I found it was very neutral. It was just right on the face. It wasn't super deep. It wasn't very forward. It was just a nice neutral soundstage. On the upper end of the frequencies, I found it had this nice warmth to it. It didn't extend too high, but it just had this nice, sweet warmth to it, kind of like a lot of vintage speakers.
Overall, what I find from this speaker is definitely not going to measure the best. The bass that you find that it's quite present, and that's because there's exaggeration on the bass, which is not a bad thing. The articulation is pretty good on the overall presentation of the bass. The top end is definitely, I'll say, across the frequency band, not the smoothest on there. It's the presentation of this warmth and that they were going after, and this feeling of the sound where it really sucks you in, though. It's engaging. It may not look like on measurements that it's the perfect speaker, but to the ears, and I see why so many people like it, because it just brings this character that is just perfect for listening.
When we performed our classic dB test on the Lintons, at low volume, around 60 decibel talking level, they performed pretty well. I thought with that bass extension, it really filled out the room pretty well.
Yes, at low levels it does quite well, especially in the bass because it is a little bit lifted on there. In general, on the whole frequency range, you hear it quite well. See, for the exception of the top end, because the top end doesn't maybe have it's not the most transparent and detailed. At lower volumes, you may not hear all the nuances, but overall, still very pleasant to listen to at a low volume.
We hit a peak of 97 dBs with the Lintons. And even at 97 dBs, I still found they kind of held their composure pretty well.
Yeah, they did. This thing plays loud. When we're playing up on that peak level, before it was even distorting, it was still enjoyable. It's still enjoyable to listen to. It's easy to listen to the ears at a louder level. Also, what I found is the bass. When we were playing that one track just on the bass, what I like is at that level, it almost creates this kind of this club-like sound really level, and it reminds me of my old Sansui and big Infinity speakers back in the day. In terms of the way it does the bass, it creates this, I don't know, there's almost this pressurization of the room. Which is a lot of fun.
When it comes to listening to the Lintons, we listened to a few different songs, but the two that stood out the most, FKA Twigs and The Weeknd, we really want to hear something different. The song we listened to is her new song called Tears in the Club. Number one thing you notice with this, the bass. It is very present, especially on these speakers. It's really up there, and it really kind of made me feel like I was in the club. Nice part about that, it's kind of like speakers that Kurt doesn't really like. I liked it because it really sucked me in.
Yeah, to answer your questions about... Okay. Get back on the part of that bass. No, it's not that I don't... For this song, I would say I like that. I like how it get a more sense of presence in the bass. You know, I'm not always about just these newer, slender, more accurate type of speakers. You know, I really enjoyed the bass quality into that. So don't assume. And but in the overall soundstage, I would say this speaker surprised me. You know, one thing that it really did is it disappeared a lot more than I thought. And a lot of speakers, the reason why they're designed to be a little bit more slender from the baffle on there, not have so much baffle and cabinet space in the front, they'll disappear a lot better because you're not hearing any reflections coming off of that. And surprisingly, it was really good. And when we were listening, they were padding the voice a lot. They would go from center, and then all of a sudden they create this effect where it would go left and then come out right, and you can still pinpoint that. And you can still really pinpoint that sense of what they were trying to create in the studio.
The second song we listened to, The Temporaries, one of my favorites. The song we listened to was Girl, I Love You. It's a classic 1970s soul kind of sound, and I really want to listen to it on these speakers because they do have that like really nice warmth. They kind of hug you in a way.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So what do you mean like hugging? Because it's warm and fuzzy sound? Is that what you're...
Yeah, they just kind of gave me this almost like, just because they're so warm, it just felt like really comfortable.
Okay, I kind of get it. Well, in this song, it's quite simple. You know, you got your bass guitar, got someone on keyboard, of course, the artist. So it's not a very complex song, but the one good thing about this speaker is you still hear the layering in all the different artists that are on stage, and even when you kind of you do get that impression, and the instruments are just behind the singer when they recorded this. Overall, I would say that the frequency range wasn't that smooth across all the boards. You could hear a little bit of the separation between the drivers. That's what that's what I really think captured this in this song, is because a lot of the times is, especially on a lot of this music, this speaker, I think, made that song just so much better to listen to. It's that old feeling when you're listening, you're going to whether it's a jazz club or something back in the day. The acoustics, everything is not perfect.
Yeah.
And it brought this feeling of this old soul to the music of how that's really kind of what you would have heard back then when you were listening. And I absolutely loved it. And I think that's the thing that I really realized with this is why so many people like this speaker.
We really recommend the Lintons to be used in a medium to large size space, and to have a nice neutral amplifier that can sustain a load of down to 4 ohms. One of the amps we listened to the new Lintons on was the Cambridge Evo 150. We thought it was a really good match, especially with the Cambridge not depending on load. It powered them really well. As a vintage audio fan, I really find the Lintons are really aesthetically pleasing. And they kind of, sonically as well, they kind of throw me back to when I was a child visiting my grandfather. He'd always be playing vinyl all day long, and they really brought me back to that space.
Yeah, speaking of bringing back in a place of time, that's exactly what this speaker did. One of my friends, many years ago, used to work for Wharfedale. He was the voicing engineer, and what I found was when he was choosing his speaker for his home, he chose Genelec as it's more of a studio type speaker. And I think a lot of times as engineers are going to choose something similar that I may choose, coming from my background too as well. And what he did mention to me is when he designs and he voices a speaker, he voices things that what people would like and how they would listen to music. And I think that's a really important thing, that sometimes what somebody may like as being an engineer or in terms of sound quality aspect of it, there's the other side that makes this why the speaker is so good, because it really pleases just a wide range of people.
Thanks for watching our video on the new Wharfedale Linton. All you Linton owners out there, we'd love to hear from you. Why did you pick this speaker? What drew you to it? We read all our comments and we love answering any of your questions. See you in the next one.